Welcome back once again, all of my low carb friends, and for those of you who are here for the first time, welcome. Today I have another video by request. 1 Corinthians 13 requested that we make a keto version of molasses buns. So today I am going to show you how to make a very quick, simple keto molasses bread or buns substitute. And if you want a printable version of this recipe, you can check out my website at janetsdeliciouslowcarbkitchen.com. You can find a printable version of this recipe and other goodies there for you. And if you're new to the channel and you want to see lots of easy, delicious, low-carb keto recipes, make sure you click that subscribe button and click the notification bell that's right next to the subscribe button. That way you can be notified every time I put out videos every Wednesday and Saturday. And if you'd like to help support the channel, make sure you scroll down in the description of the video. You'll see some affiliate links. Anytime you purchase anything using those affiliate links, a small portion of your purchase will go to me and help support the channel. So while we do all that, let's get cooking. Preheat your oven to 350 degrees. Line an 8x4-inch loaf pan with parchment paper. Allow the paper to hang over the sides just a little bit for easy removal once the bread is baked. In a large mixing bowl, combine 150 grams or around 1 1/4 cup of coconut flour, 15 grams or around 1 tablespoon of baking powder, 25 grams or around 2 tablespoons of the brown sugar sweetener of your choice. You can adjust this more or less depending on how sweet you want your bread. 1/4 teaspoon of salt, 1 gram or around 1/4 teaspoon of xanthan gum. If you don't have xanthan gum or don't want to use xanthan gum, you can use psyllium husk powder or powdered gelatin for a substitute. And if you're sensitive to the taste of coconut flour, if you want to, you can add some dry spices of your choice to help balance out the coconut flour taste. Sift or whisk the dry ingredients all together until it's fully combined and there are no lumps in the dry ingredients. Add 3 large room temperature eggs. Make sure they are room temperature so they stir in more smooth. Stir the eggs into the dry ingredients until fully combined and all the dry ingredients are moistened by the eggs. If you need to, you can use your fingers and make sure that all the dry ingredients have been moistened with the eggs. Add 54 grams or around 1/4 cup of the oil of your choice. Grapeseed oil or coconut oil are my favorite, but you can use whatever oil you want. Stir the oil in until everything is fully combined. Add 240 grams or around 1 cup of room temperature plain yogurt or sour cream. Again, make sure this is room temperature so that your dough blends together better so you have a lighter bread. Stir the sour cream in until everything again is fully combined. Add 160 grams or around a 1/2 cup of the keto syrup of your choice. I'm using Chalk Zero's maple syrup. You can use any keto syrup you want. And 3 grams or around a 1/2 teaspoon of molasses or maple extract. Stir everything together until everything is fully combined and you have a smooth dough. Scrape down the sides of the bowl and push all of the dough to the center of the bowl. Then form the dough into a smooth ball. Massage the dough in your hands for about 1 minute. This is going to help you make sure of the texture. It's also going to help any excess moisture to absorb into the coconut flour. So if as you're massaging the dough, if the dough feels a little bit dry or it seems like it's not holding together well and pieces are falling off, then that means your dough is a little bit too dry and you need to add a little bit of room temperature water or room temperature milk until your dough comes together and holds together well. Shape the dough into a smooth oval type shape, then place it into your prepared loaf pan. You can shape this bread one of 2 ways. One, you can shape this into an oval shape and then place it in your loaf pan and bake it that way. You'll have more of an arch shape in your bread. The only thing with that is if you choose to bake it in an oval shape, the top will split. Air and heat gets trapped under that little arch that you make in the oval and it causes the top of the arch to split. When it's split like that, it has a nice visual effect. It turns it more into a pull-apart bread, which is great for side dishes or for a snack. But if you're wanting to make this more for a sandwich type bread, or you just prefer slicing whole pieces of bread rather than just portions of a bread, then you can press this evenly into the loaf pan and bake it that way. So however you choose to shape it, whether you shape it in the oval or whether you press it evenly throughout your pan, once it is shaped, place it in your preheated oven, bake at 350 degrees for 40 to 45 minutes, or until it's golden around the edges and a tester comes out clean. Now, if you are wanting to make this into buns instead of bread, then you'll need to preheat your oven to 400 degrees and then lightly grease some silicone burger molds. You want them to be around 3 to 4 inches depending on how big you want your bun to be. Then you'll bake it at 400 degrees for 15 to 20 minutes or until a tester comes out clean. Once it's done baking, remove it from the oven. It still will be soft, but it will firm up as it cools. So allow it to cool in the pan for at least 30 minutes before you remove it. If you decide to bake it in the buns instead of bread, you will still need to let it cool in the pan for at least 30 minutes before you remove it from the mold. After 30 minutes and the bread has firmed up a little bit, grasp the overhanging parchment paper and carefully lift the bread out of the loaf pan and transfer it to a wire rack. Allow the bread to cool completely before slicing it. You do not want to try to cut this while it is warm. Run the risk of your bread crumbling on you. Once the buns or bread, in my case, are done cooling, then you can slice your desired piece and top the bread with some butter if you want to, or just eat it plain by itself. It tastes great just plain. You can eat this immediately. If you do have any leftovers, store it in an airtight container at room temperature for up to 3 days, or you can store it in a freezer-safe container in your freezer for up to 3 months. Eat and enjoy. And that's our recipe of the day. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did and you want to see more videos like this, make sure you click that thumbs up like button, click that subscribe button, leave me a comment if you want to. Let me know if there's any recipes that you'd like to learn how to make, and I'll do what I can to get those out there for you. And as always, keep cooking.